Hello and welcome to our next installment of our tutorial series. Um, as you can see on our screen, we have the comet that we did in the last tutorial. Um, and I'm actually going to use that as the base of our fractal spin. So right now I'm just setting my guides at 1000, 1000 to make an equidistant grid, a quad chart, if you will. And with our actual, there's two ways of doing this. I personally like to always keep a source, one that can just stay as is, stay separate files. We don't have to use it or anything. And then we just duplicate the group, and we unselect that, so we have one. I'm actually going to give a little bit like a 50 pixel square around this, and that will become important in a little bit. This is just preemptive. Actually, because it snaps better to 100, so let's just do 100. This is a border, and the reason I do this is because I'm going to be resizing stuff. In order to make it work, it'll just make it easier for the resizing, because it'll snap to the proper dimensions. And then what you can do, let's say we're happy with that, we can actually just merge group into a layer, like that. And then, so now we have this as one object. So what we can do, and a quick kind of like good thing to remember is when you're resizing things, shift, the shift key, will always do everything proportionally. The alt key will actually move all sides. So the shift key will move everything proportionally to the original size. The alt key will like move two sides at a time, or like the alt key will move around this little center bit. Now, because I don't want it looking like that. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to line our center up. This is why guides are important, because it'll just snap to that. And we're actually going to bring it in so it's exactly between those. I think it's 900 pixels. And then we're just going to bring it up. Now, the reason I'm being kind of particular about how I line this up is because that little target is going to become very important. So I approve that transformation. I'm actually going to zoom in. How I zoom in is Alt and scroll wheel. You could also use the zoom tool. I don't, because I find it more tedious to use the zoom tool. So what I just did is, like, you have this little crosshair, and I actually just put it at the center of our thing. And what that'll do is it'll allow us to rotate, which you also notice that that's actually this number here, which is why I use it. I use that number. But so for right now, and as soon as you cancel or approve a transformation, the crosshair will always go to the center of your object. So I'm actually going to duplicate this layer, because we're going to need a couple duplications anyway. So I'm actually going to duplicate it. Well, for starters, we'll duplicate it 4 times. Okay. So let's start with this one. And we're going to put it here. Like I said, I use things sort of 15. Say approve. Again, we move the little crosshair to the center. And the other thing is guidelines they'll actually snap it to the proper dimension. We're going to put it at 30. And then here we're going to duplicate, not duplicate, what am I doing? I just want to move that to the center. Oops, it didn't catch it. Okay. And this is going to be at 45. Alright, now I'm going to zoom out and show you what that did. Okay, so now you have something like that. All well and good. And I mean, you can always adjust the height or the thing. Now I'm actually going to do a full quarter. I think I only need 2 more in order to finish it. This way, because you're working on 90s. That's not where I want it. I want it right there. So 45 plus 15 is 60. Oops. But since it's already at 45, we just have to add 15. Yeah, that's why I tend to always work off of the baseline if I can, which I didn't do. That's like one of my main like tenets of digital art. Now where did my thing disappear to? Crap. It's like one of my main things when it comes to doing fractals is I always try and go from the root. So since it was at 15, it was at 45, we just need to add 30 to it to get it back there. Now that we have it like this, now we don't actually want to go completely to 90 because if you do that, you'll get weird overlays because you notice how this is actually on both sides of the line. So now what we can do is we can actually come down here and you have a little group button and you can say group. And you select all of them and you throw them in a group. Then you say duplicate group. Now fractals inherently are just very intricate copying of a certain pattern and repetition. So a spinning fractal or a circle fractal is no different. So pretty much you just move your crosshairs and you say, okay, I want to move that 90 degrees. Oops, and then we say prove that, and we can zoom out, and we actually have like a hemisphere. Now we can close that group. We can actually make a third group of using these 2 groups, and then duplicate that. This is the speedy way of doing it. And once you have a full spin, you can actually then like minimize it. You can merge all the layers and mess with the colors. There's a lot you can do with them. And it's all about like individualist stuff. And then just hit 180. 180. And hit OK. And there you have it. Then you can just say view clear grids and then just hit marquee to get rid of that, and you have a fractal spin or a fractal circle. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.